In this talk, we present our work on homomorphically encrypted representation search. It was published in the special issue on trustworthy biometrics of T-Biome earlier this year. The work was done at Michigan State University in collaboration with Professor Anil Jain and his student Joshua Engelsma. Representations are a core component of biometric recognition. Given a biometric sample such as a face, features are extracted from the image. During enrollment, the features are added to a database, and during authentication, we match a query against a gallery of such features. The representations, however, can suffer from privacy attacks. For example, given access to the features, we can reconstruct the raw biometric or de-anonymize the user or cause further harm in downstream applications. In fact, recent work has shown that the original biometric samples can be reconstructed from the templates. Here are examples for face and finger vein reconstructions that match well against a gallery. So, how can we prevent this form of privacy attacks? Data encryption is a promising solution. It allows us to protect users' privacy, it enables free and open sharing, and mitigates legal and ethical issues. However, we need an encryption scheme that allows computations to be performed directly on the encrypted data. One such family of encryption methods is called homomorphic encryption. Homomorphic encryption is based on the hardness of the ring learning with errors problem. Essentially, we represent numbers on a ring. If we take a message, say 10 in this example, and add an unknown number, say 3, then without knowledge of this unknown number, it is not possible to recover the original message. This scheme supports only two arithmetic operations, addition and multiplication, in the encrypted domain. It does not allow non-arithmetic operations such as comparisons, for example. Our encrypted biometric search system is based on this encryption scheme. We encrypt both the gallery of features as well as the query and perform matching directly in the encrypted domain. This allows us to prevent unauthorized access to the information in the features and help preserve user privacy. Matching features typically involves computing a distance metric like Euclidean distance or computing cosine similarity. Both of these operations can be reduced to computing inner products. So the key challenge is to compute this inner product directly in the encrypted domain. In previous work, we proposed the basic framework for computing these inner products efficiently and applied it to face recognition problems. We demonstrated encrypted score computation at about 100 milliseconds per pair of templates. The key limitation of our previous approach was the data encoding scheme used for encryption. It encrypts one whole vector at a time, which means that the feature matching scales linearly with a gallery size n. For a gallery of size 100 million, this scheme requires 38.4 hours for search and 9 terabytes for storing the gallery. So this encoding scheme is not practical for large-scale applications. In this paper, we propose a scalable approach for score computation in the encrypted domain. Our solution is a synergistic combination of ideas from machine learning and fully homomorphic encryption. From a machine learning perspective, we compress features through dimensionality reduction, which speeds up inner product computation. From a fully homomorphic encryption perspective, we propose a data encoding scheme that scales better with the gallery size. From the encoding scheme, we encode an entire dimension of the gallery into the ciphertext instead of encoding an entire feature vector as in our previous work. This scheme allows computations to scale with the dimensionality d instead of the gallery size n. On the same 100 million gallery example, this encoding scheme takes 25 minutes instead of 38.4 hours to match a query and needs 280 gigabytes of memory instead of 9 terabytes for storing the gallery. From a dimensionality reduction perspective, we first estimate the intrinsic dimension of the features in the gallery. The intrinsic dimension is the dimensionality of the manifold on which the features lie, and it informs us about the compressibility of the representations. We proposed deep MDS++, which compresses the features towards their intrinsic dimension. Deep MDS++ builds on our previous work called Deep Multidimensional Scaling or Deep MDS, which employs a neural network to learn a mapping from the ambient to the intrinsic space while preserving pairwise distances. In Deep MDS, our loss function minimizes the average difference in the distances between the genuine pairs and the impostor pairs in the ambient and intrinsic space. In Deep MDS++, we introduce additional ideas, including a covariance loss to encourage the different dimensions to be independent of each other, and employ hard negative mining to improve the performance and convergence of the model. We evaluate our approach in the context of image search and retrieval. We consider three datasets: ImageNet with a gallery size of 100,000, MegaFace with a gallery size of 1 million, and fingerprints with a gallery size of 100 million. For ImageNet, we use features from a pre-trained ResNet and use ArcFace features for faces and DeepPrint for fingerprints. We first analytically derive the computational complexity of matching for each encoding scheme and estimate the practical computational complexity. In the plot below, we compare encoding one vector at a time, which is in blue, versus encoding one dimension at a time, which is in red. We observe that at a small gallery size of up to 100, encoding one vector at a time is faster, but as the gallery size increases, encoding one dimension at a time is orders of magnitude faster. Furthermore, comparing across dimensions, dimensionality reduction also provides an order of magnitude in speedup. As we scale to a gallery size of 100 million, the difference between the two encoding schemes and the benefit of dimensionality reduction is more apparent. From 130,000 seconds, the search time reduces to 1480 seconds at 64 dimension, and memory reduces from 9 terabytes to 280 gigabytes again at 64 dimensions. We now compare matching performance across different feature dimensionalities compressed through Deep MDS++. As we observe for both faces and fingerprints until 64 dimensions, there is negligible loss in performance from compression. But beyond that, we start to lose more performance. For ImageNet, we compare the average precision of image search and retrieval. Even if we compress down to 32 dimensions from 1536 dimensions, there is only a small loss in performance. Compressing further down, however, causes further performance loss. We also notice that Deep MDS++ significantly outperforms Deep MDS, especially at lower dimensions. Here we show the precision recall curves for image search and retrieval. At 64 dimensions, both Deep MDS and Deep MDS++ perform as well as the original high dimensional features. As we compress the features, Deep MDS++ fares better than Deep MDS. To recover the performance loss from compressing to low dimensions, we propose a two-stage search method. First, we use compressed features at 16 dimensions to perform approximate search. Then we narrow down the search to, say, 10,000 or 1,000 nearest neighbors. Then we use the original features at the full dimensionality to perform exact search, but now over the 10,000 or 1,000 nearest neighbors. This provides a 9 times speedup from 4,500 seconds to 500 seconds over a gallery of size 100 million without any loss in accuracy. In summary, we propose a scalable method for biometric matching over homomorphically encrypted templates. Our key ideas for scalability were dimensionality reduction and an encoding scheme that is better suited for large galleries. Finally, we demonstrated biometric search against a 100 million gallery of encrypted features, and we were able to do this in less than 500 seconds per query. Our code is available at this GitHub repository. Thank you for your attention.